Today we're going to be talking about the axillary artery, its branches and associated veins in the shoulder, axilla, and arm, and important anastomoses in the shoulder. We can start by identifying the axillary artery here as it transitions from the subclavian artery just past the first rib. The axillary artery can be divided into three parts by the pectoralis minor. The first part has a branch called the superior thoracic artery, which helps supply the first and second intercostal spaces in the superior part of the serratus anterior. The second part gives off the thoracoacromial trunk, which has four branches: the pectoral, deltoid, acromial, and clavicular branches. Also coming off the second part is the lateral thoracic artery, which supplies the lateral aspect of the breast. Now the third part gives off two branches: the anterior, as we see here, and the posterior circumflex humeral, which encircle the humerus, and the subscapular, which will branch into the circumflex scapular and the thoracodorsal. Now, if we were to take a look at the same region posteriorly, we can see that the branches from more proximal locations on the subclavian, like the suprascapular and the dorsal scapular, will anastomose with the intercostal arteries and the circumflex scapular artery we just mentioned to create the network of vasculature along the scapula, thereby perfusing the muscles that lay just on top of the scapula that move the humerus. Now, if we were to continue to follow the axillary artery down into the axilla and arm, we would see it first become the brachial artery. As we follow the brachial artery down, we send off the profunda brachii artery, which helps supply the deltoid, triceps, and anconeus muscles. Ultimately, we see the brachial artery bifurcate and send off the radial and ulnar arteries, which supply muscles in the forearm and hand. In terms of venous return, we can see that the cephalic and basilic veins drain the forearm and hand and are connected by the medial cubital vein. We can see that the cephalic vein continues up superficially into the shoulder, while the basilic vein will dive underneath the fascia, riding underneath the pectoralis muscles, and along with the brachial veins form the axillary vein that will then become the subclavian.